Okay, I'm going to do a slightly longer video now. I'm going to go through the whole process of machining one of these parts because it demonstrates a few features. So we've got this is our fixture for making these parts, and you'll see what they look like at the end. Essentially we have to machine both sides of the part. So we start off with just a block of Delrin that goes in there, and it's registered against the, it's very hard to shoot. It's registered against those M6 bolt heads. I turn on the vacuum pump. Now I'm using this vacuum pump for this. Where's the switch? Because it actually pulls a harder vacuum than the big one. It's a two-stage refrigeration pump. And, that isn't moving for love of the money. And on this side is where we put the part we machined previously. So that just drops into there. And there's a neat thick fit into there. Now I'm not using vacuum to hold that down because at some point we're going to be machining a hole through the back of it, and vacuum will be just a bit too difficult. So we're just using these little tabs here just to make sure that stays put inside. Load a file. So we're up here now. Trying to do it and film it at the same time. It's here, 300 back. Load. I've already homed the machine. There's the tool path. Rewind. Cycle start. Did I just press that? I think I did. I warn you now, the cycle time's is several minutes for this, so if you've got a short attention span you might want to go do something else. But I'll film the whole thing. I'm not really cutting very aggressively here, partially because we're still at the prototyping stage, and that included getting this fixture right. I'm not really sure how much clamping force I've got, so we'll take it easy. So we're doing a roughing pass here to get the outside thing more or less to shape. Okay, now we're going around doing a full depth finishing pass. We're making a clearance here because we're going to go through with a ball nose end mill and put a radius. Oh yeah. Okay, that's it with a 6mm single flute for now. So we'll go put him away. What do we pick up next? 4mm, a 4mm cutter. There's a couple of features we're going to put in the back here. These are mounting holes. That's all we do with that. We do these from the back rather than the other side because we don't really have the length. The cutter's a bit too short. Now we come up, we pick up the ball nose, 6mm. Coming in two passes. And we're just putting a bit of a radius in that corner in there. Let's put that one away. Come back with a chamfer tool. Primarily we put a chamfer around this. We break this back edge. We had to do 2 passes because the tool's not quite wide enough to put a chamfer on those all the way down those little ribs. So we have to come around and do a second pass. That's good. And we countersink those holes we drilled before to make them easier to tap later on. And now that guy goes away. And we're back to the 6mm single flute. And now we cut it out. Now we leave this cut out stage to the end so that it can have some additional rigidity. Very loud. It can have some additional rigidity from those little locating bolts. Yeah, it may or may not be necessary. As you can see, we're not cutting very aggressively. And now we come and do a finishing pass on that. Okay, now we come to the other piece. We start hogging out some pockets here. I'll get a better angle. I think I'm doing something like 6mm depth, 5 or 6mm depth of cut, 70–80% step over. There's a few pocketing operations here. You'll see it leaves a little shelf, a little ridge around the outside. That's what the circuit board actually sits in. If you look, you can now see the mounting holes we drilled with the 4mm cutter before. They're starting to appear. And as we get down deeper, we'll leave a little boss around those to give it some extra strength. And I think you'll start to see it do that now. These tool parts are all done with sheet cam. That's it for that cutter. And as I recall, there's one more operation left. We come back with the 4mm, and we just overcut the corners on that little shelf because the PCB doesn't have rounded edges, and it left the 6mm cutter left a 3mm radius there. Oops, lost the focus. And that's it, I think. If I jog that back now, out the way, see the part there, I'll just give it a dust off. And I'll pop it out. I've got a little eject mechanism set up, which probably won't work now. I don't know, we'll see how we go. That just pops that out like that. Sorry, I just made a little hole there to pop that out with. And out she comes, and there's the part. Yeah, that's an example of a job that we're currently running on the machine.